Hey guys, welcome back. I know I've been a little bit MIA this week. I just kind of needed a break. I've been really exhausted and really busy lately, and I've just been so tired and going I'll be getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep and feeling like I have gotten absolutely none. So I kind of needed a break. I was so tired. I just didn't want to film, and to be quite honest with you guys, and also Life on Point was canceled this week because I didn't go to class. I did go to class I think once this week, but then I just felt so sick the next day, and it just, yeah, my life's been a mess this week. So but today I wanted to talk to you guys about something I never talked to you guys about last year, and that was my examination results for my Advanced 2. So last year I didn't do this video because I was really mad and I had nothing really great to say about it. Last year for my exam I got a merit, and my goal has always been distinction. I have been very privileged and surprised myself every single time. And I've gotten majority of my exams I've passed with distinction, which is 75 to 100. And I did not get a merit twice in my 7 or 8 years of exams. I got a merit in my intermediate, and then again last year in my Advanced 1, and I was really frustrated with it last year. Well, this year, you guys know, if you guys saw my Advanced 2 vlog, I will link it in the cards for you guys if you didn't. But you guys know that I actually did have some really frustrating technical difficulties in the actual exam, and I was prepared for the fact that it could go both ways. I really felt like it was completely 50-50. Either the examiner would forgive me for the technical difficulty or she would fail me. I obviously knew that there was a huge possibility that I would fail my exam, and so I am bringing you guys the news. I failed. So basically the sections are broken up, and if you fail one section, you fail the whole exam. The point section, basically I'll retell you the story again really quickly. My shoe broke in the middle of the exam, and I danced with a shoe, unable to dance on a shoe, and that obviously hurts your chances, because obviously if you are on point, you have to show the examiner that you can dance on point, and if you can't dance on point, then that proves to be a problem. They still send in the scores that how they scored you, and I got a 70 in total, and I had talked to both of my teachers about the breakdown, and we talked about it afterwards and kind of had a debrief moment. Me and Jana and me and Mr. Pegler both separately talked, and Mr. Pegler said that if I had gotten if I hadn't failed my point, basically I would have passed with a distinction, which obviously was kind of irritating and discouraging because, not really discouraging actually, I wasn't as much discouraged as I was irritated when I first found out the news. I cried for about 5 minutes, and then I realized, you know what, this is all because of a shoe. I truly believe that, I am a distinction dancer, and it might be a low distinction dancer. I know that I'm not a high distinction dancer. I'm not there yet, and it's going to take time for me to get there, but most of my exams have proven me to be a distinction level dancer, and I realized that that's just a word on a piece of paper, and these are numbers on a piece of paper. And I looked at the overall improvement, thanks to my teacher saying, despite the fact that you failed, look at the overall improvement. Step back, and this was actually the day after we had a private lesson with Mr. Pegler, and he was just like, look at the overall improvement. He said, you got these scores and you got this and that, and you've improved tremendously, and it shows that I've improved. And so basically my scoring, the way my scoring was I got a 9 in my bar work, which I was extremely proud of. Mr. Pegler, when we were working on it, he had really told me, I'm pulling up the scores right now, he said that I need to really make sure that I don't overdo it. So the score of 9 out of 10 points in my bar technique was really, really encouraging. And then technique 2 is port de bras, center practice, and pirouettes. And I got an 8 out of 10, which was very, very exciting to me because I actually, I was telling my teacher, I was like, you know what, I don't think I actually nailed a triple in the center practice because I just didn't have enough momentum, and I was kind of nervous about that. So the fact that it is 3 exercises in one, category. Technique 3 was adage, and that was 7 out of 10, and I was actually really, really surprised when I saw that score because I struggled. I think adage was one of the exercises that I struggled with the most, and I was really nervous that those turns were just going to completely just fall apart, and I would fall apart completely in adage, but thankfully I didn't, and I got a 7 out of 10, which I am extremely, really, really proud of. Technique 4 is Allegro 1, 2, and 3, and I got an 8 out of 10, and I think that is the highest score I have ever gotten in an Allegro section, and I was really, really proud of that. I worked really hard this last year to really improve my jumping, and at times I just didn't know if it was going to work. I was a little bit discouraged to see technique 5, which is Allegro 4 and 5, that I had scored a 4. That was a little bit disappointing, but those were the really big grand allegros, and I think I didn't work enough on my stamina last year, and so because of that, I think that really hindered me from getting the score that I think I was very capable of getting. Now, technique 6 is point, and as I said, I failed. I got a 3 out of 10, so I believe it's 4 and above is pass, and then 3 and lower is fail. So, I was 1 point away from passing, but, that's, it is what it is. I honestly believe that I failed because of the shoe, and the reason why I feel that way is because in my variation technique score, I scored a 4 out of 10, and then for the variation performance, I scored a 9 out of 10. So the technique score of my variation, I have full confidence in the fact that it was because of the shoe. And the variation performance, seeing a 9 out of 10, that is the highest score I have ever seen out of my variation performance scores. So that made me really, really happy. And then in music, which is musicality and timing, I scored a 9 out of 10, and performance, which is quality and how you act and interact with the pianist and the examiner, and how you interact with the movements and the music, basically the overall performance, 9 out of 10. And so I scored 4 9 out of 10s in different sections, and I could not be more proud of that. Even though I completely flunked point, I think deep down I knew it was going to happen, and I am still really proud of myself. I've seen improvement, and that is what exams are all about, and that's why I love taking exams, is because I can see how much I've improved from last year's exam. Your advanced 2 must be passed with a distinction in order to move on to solo seal, which is where I want to go. So the next step is to retake it. I'm going to be retaking my advanced 2 exam. It's going to be interesting because I already know all the work, and every time I hear the music, I can immediately do it. It's like muscle memory, and it's like engraved in me. And so I still remember Advanced 1, which was a year ago. So But yeah, I'm looking forward to next year, and seeing these scores really make me happy, and it's also gonna push me to get those same scores and to even get higher and to exceed my expectations of what I can be. So thank you guys so much for your love and support. Some of you guys, I just want to say thank you. The day that I got the results, I posted on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, and I have never felt so loved and so supported in my entire life. You guys truly amaze me, and I am so thankful for you every single day, and thank you for all of your kind words and kind gestures and everything you guys said, all the encouragement. I am so happy to have my internet family, you guys, and I am so happy that you guys found inspiration through my failure. So that is all I have ever wanted in life. So again, I love you guys very much. Give the video a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Sung and Rose. I hope you will join our family, and please subscribe. Go visit my blog, which is sungunroseblog.wordpress.com, which will be linked down below. And I love you guys very much again, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Mwah!